Right, hype everybody on Instagram. Let's make that slightly larger. Right, we are live. Woohoo! Here we go.
Woo-hoo!
Hi, David. So over here, although people can't see this, I've got my camera set up, so I've got Instagram Live going on here. I can't necessarily see everybody. I can see Rob. I can see David. That's all good. And we've got going on live here across my Facebook. YouTube and LinkedIn as well. Hopefully that is all working okay. I'm just going to make the screen a little bit bigger on here. So if anybody comes on live onto Abby's Abby's there. Give a wave there and another wave there. See Tony H. Alan, how you doing? Good to see you here as well. Just so you guys know, if you want to, you can join us on Facebook or you can join us on LinkedIn as well, because we're going across multiple platforms, which I'm really pleased that it's working, Abby. We're doing this shit. We've been talking about it for a long time, and we're fucking here. Great stuff. So as everybody or people may well have seen, and typical, Gemma is trying to call me literally from Tenerife. Literally, and she knows I'm going live at 7:00 as well, and she's just trying to call me from Tenerife. However, here we are. Instagram is still working, and I'm going to have to learn how to switch off the. Hi, Annabelle. Good to see you here as well. I'm just going to give you a little wave. So anybody that's seen the post that went out earlier on, because we're using StreamYard to go across multiple platforms. Gemma's just said, sorry, that was Ember trying to call me. Bless. So yeah, get back on track, Brown. Switch on and calm. So I'm here with, of course, my wonderful co-host extraordinaire, Abby Anderson.
Good evening, everyone. Great to be here.
Or, as I like to say, Miss Anderson.
From the Matrix.
Good stuff. Well, listen, we are going to be talking about chaos to clarity today. I think that was something we spoke about earlier on, wasn't it, Abby? And I said, what shall we do this first live on? What are we going to kick off with? We have got some lives planned over the coming few weeks. In fact, we're going to be doing lives regularly, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. The next Wednesday I won't. It'll be Tuesday and Thursday next week, and the following week will be Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays forevermore. And so we will be talking about everything that is for alternative thinking entrepreneurs, ADHD brainers. If you are, this is the place for you. As I'm an ADHD brainer and I'm an ADHD business coach. So I coach with an ADHD brain, but also I help solopreneurs really get clarity and help them to understand where they should be moving forward, what they should be diversifying into, or just getting clarity, winding things back, and understanding what the things we need to do to get ourselves ready so we can market ourselves, we can find the right clients, etc., right? We're going to be doing this a bit differently from the rest of the shit you see, and I hope this is going to be edutaining, which is what it's all about. My name's Elliot Brown, of course, and this is Abby Anderson. We're going to have other co-host extraordinaires coming on the show as well, the Alternative Entrepreneur Show. And if you haven't seen, we have set up some groups. Hi, Matt. How you doing? Good to see Matt here as well on Insta. Give us some love, guys. Give us some love. And if you're watching here on LinkedIn and Facebook as well, give us some love, whether you're watching this live or whether you are watching this on a replay as well. Now, this is the first of many, and I'm not going to ramble quite so much at the beginning of it, or maybe I will, but I won't. You can comment, by the way, while you're on StreamYard, and we can see the comments come up on the screen. But today, chaos to clarity. This is a big fucking problem, Abby, right, with ADHD brainers.
Yes, 100%.
And this is something that we worked together on last year. You came on a challenge and really helped you get some clarity on where to go with your business last year, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I had what I would call brain exhaustion. I had too much in my head, and your clarity maps, or active clarity, as you called it, completely transformed and changed the way that I can now deal with my business. It was just, like I said to you on the challenge, I went, you have just opened Pandora's box, because it literally, my whole brain just went, oh my God.
Yeah, good. And that's the whole point about it, right? We're visual thinkers. We have a lot of stuff in our head. This is ADHD brainers. Now, you don't have to have been diagnosed. You know, I haven't officially been diagnosed. I've been diagnosed by ADHD psychologist in the States 2 years ago. I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of being diagnosed in the UK, although I may well do, to actually report back and let people know a way of doing it. Because I think I may have found a potential way of getting it done a bit quicker. But until I do this, I don't know. It really takes a long time here in the UK to get diagnosed through normal channels. In the US, it's a lot quicker. And I think we are speeding up here in the UK. But I may go through the process so I can report back to people that may want to get diagnosed. I don't necessarily feel the need to be diagnosed officially. I have enough people around me, enough ADHD brainers, people that think, well, yeah, I've known that for years. It's something that has become apparent, and we're going to be talking about this on some of the shows and sort of live podcasts, etc., moving forward. See, Ryan Nurse is coming up here as well. I can see other people, so I'm just going to give people a wave over on Instagram Live, because I think we want to get the message out there about the groups that we've set up here on Clubhouse and LinkedIn for ADHD alternative thinking entrepreneurs. But yeah, back to the question in point. You know, we have a lot of stuff in our heads, right? And now I'm getting people ringing me up because they're seeing a few posts, Abby. And there's a guy that we've been meaning to speak to for a little while. And he rang me up today, a guy called Simon. He's going to be coming on as well. He recognizes ADHD for many years, but the conversation is great. It really resonates with me. It's going to resonate with other people with similar thinking, similar types of brains. And we do have a lot of stuff in our heads, and we try to do way too much because we're sort of, dare I say, a bit of control freaks in a way, because we want to control the business and we want to control the things around us in our business ecosystem. So we get bogged down with all of that stuff, don't we? Because we've maybe in the past, in jobs, in roles, in other positions or whatever, and our experience, we've been able to do other roles really, really well, right? Probably better than, maybe neurotypical people at times and other people, basically. And because we've done that before, we think we've got to do that again. And so rather than being the creator, the visionaries, there are other ADHD brainers that are more operational based. Abby, of course, over here is, way more techie than me, and way more number driven than me. I'm fucking number blind. But so everybody has their strengths, their superpowers, the things that they can work with. Hi, Stephen. How you doing? Good to see you here, my friend, as well on Insta. I'm coming over to see you in Turkey very soon. And I think we've got Steve and Kuhn, and we've got Steve. Hey, brother. So I'm trying to just read this from here. Luckily, my eyesight's not too bad. So the clarity maps, the mind maps, Abby. When we do that, we were able to get it out of our heads. And in the coming few weeks, Abby, we're going to be talking about this, and I'm going to be bringing up onto the screen, not going too granular, but giving people an idea about how to chunk things down in their business, right? Your solopreneur business or your business in general, breaking down things, chunking it down and mapping it out so you get a good visual representation, a helicopter view, so to speak, of your business ecosystem, not necessarily how you ultimately want it to be, but where it is now. And I think one of the phrases I like to say is I'm not here at this point to teach you guys what you don't know. I'm here to get out of you what you do know, get out of your head what you do know, because that is really important for you to be able to move that business forward. Your strengths, your non-strengths, things like that. We're going to be talking about that in the coming weeks as well.
Which is one of your pillars, because that's to do with identity. It's about identifying certain things within your business, your strengths, some your non-strengths, and then what are the solutions. And I think sometimes with our brains, because we're thinking of so many different things, we come up with so many different ideas, and nothing actually gets done because we're still in the thinking mode, and then we become really exhausted and overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that we've got to do.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you're so right. There is, we talk about overwhelm a lot, right? Everybody talks about overwhelm and procrastination and things like that. That's because such a large percentage of business owners, the people that set up the businesses are ADHD. It comes with the territory. Now, do you want to be labeled? Don't you want to be labeled? It's not about that. It's about learning from other people that have recognized their strengths. And we're all going to learn together, as I say, on a quest to learn from the best. But, you're absolutely right, Abby. It's about getting it out somewhere. If you just leave it in your head and you sit in your office, or you sit, at home, or you sit in the car and all you're doing is thinking about it, it doesn't get it out there. You've got to find a way of offloading that sort of exploding head syndrome and, exploding that down onto somewhere you can see it. I used mind maps for years, which I talk about. And didn't even realize they were a thing until a few years ago, believe it or not, same as ADHD. And we're going to be talking about that as well in the sort of coming weeks. But what do you think the most important thing was for you, Abby, when you started to actually use clarity maps, or mind maps, as they're sort of commonly known?
One, I'd never done it. I've never used mind maps. I didn't even know what one was until I came across you. And then when you started showing the different areas of my business, which I already knew, and again, like you said, you're not teaching me to anything new. You're teaching me how to do it better. It was already in my head. So by actually seeing that map and then applying my own business to it, it was almost revolutionary. It was just like, oh my God, it's not in my head anymore. I've got now more space to think better, more methodically, and because it's out all on a map, I only have to deal with one area at a time. And when I want to put that to bed and then I want to start on something else, I'm not going here, there, and everywhere. I'm actually going, right, that's what I'm going to deal with, and then I look at the complete zones around that particular pillar.
Absolutely.
And by focusing then on just one thing was something that I've never been really good at. I focus on too many things because my dopamine levels need to go up. I want to make sure that I'm excited about what I'm doing. And then I'm flitting from one to the other just to hit my dopamine level. And it just wasn't productive enough. But your clarity maps, literally, it was like, okay, what's in my head right now? Bang, just get it all out. Got it all down, mapped it all out. You had a guide that I know you're going to be putting into some kind of program, which I think is going to be so beneficial for a lot of people, because when I had that guide from yourself, you think about, as soon as you gave it to me, within 24 hours, I turned around.
Mapped it out.
I mapped it all out.
You did.
And I'll tell you what, I felt like I could breathe. I felt happy. It was like, oh my God, now I can think straight. Honestly, amazing.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to be going over that. I'll be putting that up on the screen in a very simple format. We're going to be talking around that. I won't be getting too granular because I can't do that, because I obviously do that with clients, of course. But we are definitely going to give you an insight into how you can use that and you can take these ideas away. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And the 7 elements really that we cover is, we've really got to identify a lot of things in your business first and put those down somewhere. Then there's overcoming. So we'll start off with, in essence, you, which is your business. Okay. And then we spider off from that and we get the subtopic. One is identify, which we're going to be covering on one of the over the coming weeks as well. So if you're watching this on a replay or whatever, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be going over these things. We're going to be moving stuff into the groups as well in probably 2 or 3 weeks' time. Once we've done the sort of first sort of look at these things, we're going to be moving that into the groups. So if you want to get involved in the groups, come into the groups. We're going to be putting content in there that's going to help you as a business owner, as a solopreneur. to really get a grip of where you are with your business, and then understand and identify areas that you've maybe overseen, things that you haven't looked at, maybe some quick wins, all sorts of things like that. Problem solving. There's going to be a lot of these things that we're going to be talking about. I did a challenge last year, and a lot of these things we've developed since then. And this has gone through different guises over the last few years, and of course more recently really understood that everything I was doing before was really helping, and I was attracting those ADHD business owners. So then you're identifying parts of your business. I won't go into the details as to now, overcoming maybe problems and challenges and sticking points, and then we're looking at the foundations of the business itself, right? Some of the very basic stuff. It's really important to understand identifying and those overcoming certain things that you need to identify what you need to overcome as well to start off with. And then we look at the foundations and we sort of break those down. That's before we've even looked at the marketing, because without understanding a lot of those basic elements, those foundations, if you build a building, you make sure the foundations are solid. Otherwise, the thing's going to fall down. It might not fall down straight away, but something may well happen. You might get a knock or something will happen anyway. The analogy is whatever is there. And then, you've got marketing and sales, and then you've got processes and people, of course. And then we've got the growth of the business and, the scalability of the business as well. But we're going to stick to those 7 sort of elements to start off with over the coming weeks, and I think this is going to be really important for a lot of people to look at and learn from. And it may be that you know that and you don't know that, and I haven't thought about that, so that's okay. You can look at this information. It's going to be listed. You'll be able to have a look at whatever video it is that you want. We're going to let you know what days we're going to be doing what over the coming sort of month, 2-3 months, etc. In the groups. So check out, if you're watching on Instagram live, although I think most people have disappeared now. If you're watching on a replay and you haven't already seen, have a look either the Facebook group, the Alternative Entrepreneurs group, or here on LinkedIn as well. If you search for that, if you can't find them, DM me, message Abby, and we'll get you into those groups. We've only just literally opened the groups in the last week or so we're just getting going. So yeah, that's the sort of 7 elements that we're going to be covering, right, Abby?
It is. And to add an extra part to that, every part of your 7 pillars has a financial impact. So depending on what decisions you make within your business, they all have a financial impact on them. So if you are one of many ADHD people or creative minds that actually struggle with numbers, then you are in safe hands. I will be able to sort of give you another way of learning and understanding your business numbers.
Definitely. Some other things as well that we're going to be talking about, and this has been something that has really griped me for a long time, is that there are a lot of training companies out there, a lot of, and listen, they do a great job. I'm not knocking anybody here, please don't think I am, because I've been on these, I've learned from them, I've learned what not to do, I've learned what to do as well. I've had coaching myself, and I've learned what works and what doesn't work. Some of the biggest lessons I've learned in my life from my experiences, which we'll definitely be covering as well over time, over the lives and interviews and podcasts and things like that, is how not to do stuff. But what I've seen time and time again is that a lot of these training meetups and bits and pieces, and I'm not mentioning any names, are really based around businesses that are already established. Now, I believe, and what I've seen from a lot of solopreneurs, they have an established business, but that established business is really them providing a service. It's them. It's that person. They're a solopreneur. We really wouldn't want to help people go from being a solopreneur to being an entrepreneur, to being a proper business owner. I've been a business owner. I've built multi-million-pound businesses. I've started business. I've launched products. Abby, you've been the FD for a Formula One racing driver as well, haven't you?
Yes, I have. And thank you for bringing that up, Elliot.
I'm not letting you get away with that one.
Yes, yeah, I have. And it was very.
So we'll talk about that as well.
We'll talk about that another day. Yeah,
we'll talk about that another day.
All right. So on the spot.
I know. That's the whole point. I'm going to keep doing that as well. But what I've seen time and time again is that with the solopreneurs, just spitting on my mic here, beautiful, is that they don't tend to wind things back. And I've seen this time and time again with, and I'm having many conversations at the moment with solopreneurs that are getting stuck. They're going on training, they're spending 5, 6, 7, 8 grand, right? And they're going away and they're coming back and all excited. The dopamine levels are up there, they get excited. But then what they've got to do is go away and work on all of the nitty gritty bits of shit that we don't like to do, so that we get ourselves ready to do that marketing that we've learned about. And then, of course, then it's gone. It's sort of moved out of our heads. We're sort of, bogged down with all sorts of bits and pieces. So we're going to be looking at over the coming weeks and in other things that we're going to be doing. So make sure you get involved and keep an eye on what we're going to be doing, because we've got in-person events going to be coming up in a few months' time. We are going to have a summit as well coming towards the end of the year, November time. So we want to get you on that as well, which will be broadcast out to everybody. We're also going to be looking at how we can go, okay, this is the marketing that you need to do as a business. We understand that. Everybody understands that. We're pretty standard these days. And it's really going to be tailored for you, not in the way that I'm going to be showing you how to do things, or Abby's going to show you how to do things that are completely tailored for you, but in using the clarity maps in a way that is done, we're going to give you the structure. We're going to give you the model that you can use and fill in the blank, so to speak, that is then apparent to you. So it does become bespoke for you. Things that we can always look at, things you can touch base with us. You can ask questions as well. And then we're going to be looking at how you then take that and you go, okay, this is the marketing I want to do. This is what we want to do on social media. This is what I'm going to get out. So I understand my right client, but now I need some assets. What is it that I'm going to do? I've got to think about that. It's all right getting carried away, guys and girls, with getting all designy and stuff. Oh, hi. I can see some other people on here as well. Good to see you guys. Just giving a wave on Insta. We're going to be looking at winding it back, taking a few steps backwards so that you can get ready to do your marketing, get ready to grow your business, get ready to find those right clients, get yourself prepared, get that stuff out of your head that you already know is there. We're going to help you with that. And we're going to get that ready so we can really go, okay, this is how I'm going to go from being a solopreneur, creating some profit. Abby's going to be stepping in and showing us how we can do that. And then once it becomes profitable, how then do you turn that into a business? How then do you do the things that you should be doing, not the things you think you should be doing, but the things that are really suited to you? And then we're going to find ways of getting those other things done so that you become a proper business owner. And in no time at all, we know that you will have a profitable business. And in the next 12 months, this is going to absolutely change the way you are living your life. And that life-work blend is going to work correctly. Right, Abby?
100%. Can't wait. I am really excited for this, especially what's coming up with the summit and the in-person events. Honestly, it's going to be completely different, which is what we wanted, than any other coach or consultancy that's out there.
Yeah.
Because of the creativity that we have.
Definitely. So that is the first of the lives. Now, I weren't expecting too many people to come on because we need to do this regularly. But if you're watching this back on a replay, I don't know how long we've been running for, 23 minutes. That's probably going to do for today, I think. I think we're going to try and keep these to nice, short 20, 25-minute lives, because I know that ADHD brainers will lose interest very quickly. So if you're watching this and you're still watching this, thank you very much for watching this on a replay. And we're going to be back here Tuesday and Thursday next week, and then we're going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays every week, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. And I'll be either with Abby, Adrian, my old co-host from Essex Business Radio, and we'll be getting some guest co-hosts in as well to talk around things as we're doing it. So brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Abby. That's the first.
Awesome.
And here we go.
We're starting something revolutionary.
Good stuff. So if you're an ADHD alternative thinking entrepreneur, join our groups. We've got loads of content is going to be going in there. We're going to be doing all the lives. We're going to be going over some basic stuff over the coming week or so. We really want to be filtering people into the groups, which is where we're going to be giving some huge value and getting a little more granular. And you're going to be able to mix with like-minded people, and they are going to be able to help you because they have used their superpower. Some people don't like that, but I think it's okay to use it. They've used their superb ability that comes with ADHD to get where they've got to. And we've got some incredible people that are going to be coming on. We're going to be doing some great shows, live podcasts, etc. with them. Great stuff, Abby. Thank you for joining me today. It's been wonderful.
Always a pleasure, Elliot. Love it.
And I'm going to say, what am I going to say? Ciao for now.
Brown cow.
Yeah, baby. All right, we'll see you around and come and join in the groups. Thanks, Abby.
See you later.
Ciao for now.